everyone, my name is Sophy Henn and I am the author and illustrator of the Lifesize series. And I'm going to show you how to draw one of the incredible creatures from this life-size book. But I'd like you to guess which creature it is from these clues. Clue number 1, it is the tallest mammal on the planet at about 6 meters tall. Clue number 2, it sleeps standing up. Clue number 3, it is an incredibly peaceful animal. And clue number 4, it has an exceptionally long tongue. But how long is long? Yes, it's this long. Have you guessed it? Yes, it's the giraffe. So grab some paper and a pencil and join me in a life-size giraffe draw-along.
I am going to start by not pressing very hard at all with my pencil because we're going to build up a few shapes to create one big shape. So start by pressing really lightly with your pencils until I say so. So the first shape we're going to draw, and hopefully you can see this nice and clearly, is a shape I like to call paper cup. There we go. So just going to draw a paper cup there like that. So you could call it a trapezium if you were feeling fancy, but I'm going to call it paper cup. Now, on top of that, I like to add a shape I call dog bowl. There we go. It's got a nice dog bowl shape on top of our paper cup. So we're still pressing nice and lightly. Then on top of that, at the bottom of paper cup, I'm going to add a shape I like to call half a tennis ball. Should we go with half a tennis ball or semicircle? Up to you. There we go. And then on top of our dog bowl, I'm going to draw 2 chimneys. There we go, 2 chimneys. 1 chimney, 2 chimneys. Still pressing nice and light, still pressing nice and light. Okay, there we go. Now, on top of those 2 chimneys, or rectangles, I'm going to add 2, half a ping pong ball, or semicircle. Semicircle also works. Now, things are going to get tricky because we are going to add the giraffe's ears. And this is they're made up of 4 triangles. Well, 2 per ear, 2 triangles per ear. So we're going to start with a triangle that comes from that line. You see the line where the dog bowl meets the paper cup. I'm going to start on that line, just a little bit tucked in. And I'm going to draw a triangle. But it comes out at a bit of an angle. So it's a triangle that's at it looks a bit like a fish fin, doesn't it? It looks like a little giraffe fish at the moment. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm going to add my little triangle at an angle, or giraffe fish fin like that. Had a few goes at that one. That's fine, doesn't matter. Now I'm going to add another triangle coming out of here, and that, I only need to draw 2 sides of that. I've already drawn one side. There we go, we just add that on to our first triangle. And then I'm going to do the same over here, like that. I don't know what's wrong with my right ear, left ear today. It's going a little bit wonky, but also fine. Now, we've created what I hope you can see is a giraffe's face. We've got a giraffe's head there, haven't we? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to press really heavily and go all the way around the outside. Now, what you can do is you can trace all around the outside of the shape you've created, and then you can rub out the lines that you've drawn. There we go. So we're going to go all the way around the outside like this. So we can see, we've got to really clearly see the outline of our giraffe's head. Wow. Who'd have thought ping pong balls, tennis balls, half of tennis ball, paper cup, dog bowl could create such a brilliant shape. There we go. So that is the outside. Hopefully you can see the nice outside of our giraffe's head. Now, I'm going to add, one could argue, the key feature of a giraffe, and that is, of course, it's his very long neck, isn't it? So I'm going to go, just come out the bottom side of the face there and draw a nice line that goes, just fades into nothing there like that. because we're not going to be able to fit the whole giraffe in, I'm afraid. And then I'm going to do another line that comes out the bottom of its chin and just does the same thing, but you can see I've made this neck go slightly wider towards the bottom. Now, the giraffe's mouth is probably tucked more underneath its snout. So we're just going to give the merest hint of a mouth. The merest hint of a mouth there, like that. So I'm just going to draw a little line like that there. So we just get a hint of a mouth. Now, we're going to draw the giraffe's eyes, or start drawing the giraffe's eyes. So for that, you can see the point where the ear meets the giraffe's head. So I'm just going to draw a little curved line. It's not even a semicircle, on both sides like that. Then I'm going to draw another curved line going off into the ear, like that. And then underneath this line here, the first line we drew, the one that's actually on the giraffe's head, I'm just going to draw two little loops like this. Now, I always do tend to draw my giraffe's eyes a little on the large side even. I mean, they are large eyes. There we go. So those are our giraffe's eyeballs. Now we're going to colour them in, but I'm not going to colour the whole eyeball in. I'm only going to colour, well, I'm going to leave a little bit, as you can see, white. And that is because eyeballs reflect the light. If you look in a mirror or look at your neighbour's eyeball, you can see that there's a little bit that reflects the light. So if you leave a little bit white on your drawings, it just makes those eyes look a little bit more alive. Now, I'm going to add a couple more eyelashes because they are rather fabulous. Hope you can see those over my original lines. And then I'm going to draw, giraffes have quite prominent brow bones that sort of keep their eyes in the shade. So I'm going to draw one of those now. It looks a little bit like an eyebrow, doesn't it? Looks a bit like an eyebrow. There we go, you can see that there like that. And then I'm going to do a little bit of shading on the top of that eye that I drew, just really pressing lightly. Oh, when I shade, I don't use the pointy bit of my pencil, I use the side of the lead of my pencil. So I'm just going to do a little bit of shading there like that. There we go, a little bit of shading. Nice. Now, so we can see that the eyes are in the shade of the brow bones. Now, we're going to add another feature of the giraffe that always surprises me, how high up on the giraffe's face they are, and they are the nostrils. So I'm going to add one, and they're sort of like upside down teardrop shapes, and two like that. There we go, we've got our two giraffe's nostrils there like that. I'm going to colour those nostrils in. Marvellous. Now we're going to start with the giraffe's markings, and I'm going to start right up here on our, you see now I've forgotten what these are called. There's something, my brain just will not hold the name of these. But what I'm hoping is, it just won't. I looked it up before I started doing this as well. I can't remember them. It's something to do with cones. Oh, is it something to do with cones? I'm sure it is. Anyway, hopefully my super clever editor is making the word, the name of the giraffe tentacles, it's not that, flash up on the screen right now. There we go. It's got a little bit of shading going on there. And I'm going to add, oh, no, that's some markings. I'm going to add a little bit of shading on the giraffe's chin, so we know that their face isn't just a flat surface, that it's actually a 3D shape. So you can see the closer to the bottom of the chin, the harder I'm pressing, so it gets a little bit darker. There we go. Now, we're also going to add some shading around the nostrils like that. A little bit of shading around those nostrils, so they don't look quite so alarmingly high up, you know, and because also not a flat surface. There we are. And then we're going to add some more of the giraffe's beautiful and unique markings. Now, you can freestyle this. You don't have to copy where I've put my markings. You can absolutely make this up. There we go. So I've done a couple of markings there like that. And then what I'm going to do is, the ears are looking a little bit flat at the moment, aren't they? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little line. Again, I'm still using my shading, the side of my pencil for my shading. I'm still in shading mode. Draw a little bit of a line that follows that top line And then I'm just going to do a little bit of shading underneath it. And the closer I get to the giraffe's head, the darker I'm going to shade. So we can see that's going into its ears, where the noise gets in. So technical. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same over here. And then the closer I get to the head, the darker I'm going to make it. There we are. Marvellous. Yep. My left ear is just not going quite how I want it today, but never mind. Now, we've done the head. The neck's looking a little bit bare, isn't it? So now, what? We've got to do markings all the way down the giraffe's neck. So many markings to fit in. Missed a bit. There we go. All the way down. Again, you make yours up. Don't copy what I've done. All the way down to the bottom, well, of our drawing anyway. So there you have it. There's a giraffe from Lifesize Book 1, one shape at a time. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And yes, I hope you enjoy all your other life-size adventures. Bye.